At certain times of year, K-pop idols will suddenly start counting on their fingers while posing for the camera. If they don't do it, they risk backlash. Why? And one more time. At certain times of year, K-pop idols will suddenly start counting on their fingers while posing for the camera. If they don't do it, they risk backlash. Why?
I know one K-pop thing, which is, I think, only going to be for the video audience, but it could be like, which is the heart.
Oh, doing the heart differently to how you would expect it in the UK or the US.
Yeah, instead of doing the old two-handy heart.
It's not the two-handed gesture. It is like thumb and index finger crossing, I think. Yeah.
And I don't know if it's true, but I learned that you do this because then you can take a selfie while doing a heart, because you can do this one-handed.
Oh, I see, because it's like the shape.
I don't know if that's true, but it feels correct.
Oh, sorry, I've only just realised that the top of those fingers kind of makes a heart shape.
Like
that's how long it's taken. Right. Yeah. Okay. I'm in my 40s, okay? I've only just figured that out.
No shame in that.
I like, guys, I don't mean to show off, right, but I go into schools.
Oh, yes.
And obviously the teachers and stuff, for the kids who are allowed to have their photos taken, the kids sort of line up with me and hold my books and that sort of thing. But the amount of times a kid will hold up fingers and they're like, we can't have anything weird going on with the hands because we don't know what is a gang signal. And this is like, in like Burgess Hill. It's not like, in like Compton. This is just like, but any fingers is banned.
Sorry, the most Cockney pronunciation of Compton there has ever been there.
Thank you very much. You can drive past Compton. It's up on the M40. You go past Compton quite a lot, but I don't think it's the same.
Don't think it's the same, no.
Yeah, no, not the same place.
Speaking of the younger generation and I don't know, counting, is 6-7 still a thing? I don't know if it's still a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is. I was doing this just the other week.
6-7 is still a thing.
I was going to say no one's going to know, but Iszi is going into schools. You know it's still a thing.
Yeah, it's my favourite thing to do. I often get kids to shout out a page that they want me to read from, and when they don't say 6-7, I sort of say, "What, you didn't want 67? Weird." And then I just do this, and they go insane, and the teachers hate me.
I want to go back to what you said, Iszi, about kind of trying to neutralize like doing a gang sign. I would say that is something along the lines of what we're looking for, but it's not about gang signs.
Okay.
Are there K-pop territorial rivalries that are...
Or like E17, like postcodes.
Because I know Gangnam is
the difference between postcode gang wars and lovable boy band East 17. I feel like it's quite a long distance there.
I'm also in my 40s, Tom. It's fine.
Counting down. Okay, so I'm thinking alongside finger gesture of the heart, it's like putting two fingers up and a V sign and a peace sign. So I'm wondering if there's some time when that's inappropriate and they're instead counting 4, 3, 2, 1, something like that.
Is it just counting down to like a really important concert that their fans are going to be at, and they just want to show that when the photo's being taken, so they know that it's like, oh, it's in 4 days, oh, it's in 3 days, or it's in 2 days, it's in 1 day, oh, it's the day, in something like a communication method.
Isn't it also like people count differently? Like some people start with the little finger and go that way. And are they then showing by the way the order they do it in? So like, we are from this neighborhood, that's why we count this way.
But also, like, just to say, the best finger counting ever is the Sumerian cuneiform writing peoples one, where it's counting to 12 on one hand, using your thumb as thing, because it's 1 for the first digit, 2 for the middle digit, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And it's so easy to keep count. And then you can use the other hand to keep count of the bigger numbers as well. And if you're ever doing something with one hand and you need to keep count, it is the easiest thing. And they're geniuses. Particularly sit-ups, actually. They're very good for sit-ups.
Well, out of everything that was said there, Izzy's was the most interesting. But Tom's was actually probably more correct.
I love the build-up. Like, out of everything, Izzy was the most interesting. It was Tom, actually. Yeah.
Sadly, Tom was closer. So, yes, as you said, like when people put up peace signs, it's more for like the gesture, but also it looks like the number 2. So in this case, numbers actually matter more than the gesture.
So the number is symbolic of a meaning.
So it's not related to gangs, but it could be some other sort of meaning.
Not gangs or postcodes. We've also said postcodes. So, okay. So are certain numbers linked to actual like celebrities there? So like, Juan Pablo Montoya, I don't know. But could it be like another reference to a name? Like how Prince Andrew is now, or the Andrew formerly known as, is now known as number 2.
So I wouldn't consider them celebrities, but what might you get backlash for?
What would you get backlash for? I mean, you get a lot of backlash sort of in our cultures for like racial stigmatization or bullying or something like that. So it's holding up a certain number seen as somehow ostracizing a certain group of people.
So close. It's like close, but like not close,
There's also
it's interesting.
In other cultures, different cultures, there are like unlucky numbers and lucky numbers.
Yeah.
Like Western is 7 lucky, maybe in Korea some other number is lucky, unlucky.
13 unlucky.
Yeah.
Don't have 13 fingers though, so you're safe.
I will say this behavior only appears during important times of the year.
I just don't understand why they're holding up any fingers. Just put your fingers away.
I'm thinking
they're just trying to be cute. Like, if you did a peace sign
they're
and then
beautiful boys, a lot of them. They don't need to hold up anything. They could just go, look at my face. They don't need to be cute.
I'm thinking
they're already cute.
I'm thinking it was mentioned that like it's celebrities, not celebrities, but it is famous people. If it is like politicians, or is it around like when it is voting or vote party number 3?
Are the parties actually called numbers? So like we've got colours. So if they held up red for Labour or, blue for Democrat or whatever, you're going to, affecting like showing your political alignment. And so therefore you can't hold up 4 because that's the 4th person down and that's the person you should vote for.
Yes, that is actually exactly it. Both Oliver and Iszi, like bang on.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in South Korea, ballot candidates are assigned numbers. Hand gestures that resemble 1 or 2, such as thumb signs or V signs, can be interpreted as implicit political endorsements. This becomes especially sensitive during election season, when public figures are expected to remain strictly neutral. When idols realize they flashed a pose that could be read as a candidate number, they often start counting all their fingers or switch to neutral gestures like clenched fists, and this makes it clear that they weren't deliberately signaling support. And during those same periods, idols may also avoid wearing certain colors associated with parties.
Which is why, again, the heart is the best. There's no
Yeah, just stick to the heart, guys.
The Lateral book is out now. Just click on the link to get your copy.